What is worse than the current coronavirus outbreak? That would be your response to it. Hey guys, I'm Showman. I want to challenge the way you think. And today I want to talk all about why you are in way more danger of the coronavirus than you might think, and not for the reasons you might be thinking. Now, this is not a video telling you to wash your hands, because you should be washing your hands to begin with. You should be taking extra precautions to flatten the curve, and if you don't know what that means, I'm gonna link a video down below. Go watch that, because there are people way more qualified to talk about those things than me, and I'm not here to be one of those guys. I'm here to talk to you about what you're doing with your time, because what I've been seeing is everyone has been so bored. Everyone has been watching movies or watching anime or playing video games or what have you, but I'm not seeing a lot of productivity. Now that scares me, because during this time, you have so much opportunity, because now you're home alone and you're bored, and yet you're not advancing. Most of you are gonna go into essentially a cocoon, and you're gonna come out of it being the exact same person that you went into it. And yet here is this chance for you to change everything about yourself, because you're gonna have several more weeks of quarantine, of isolation in your house alone or with your close friends or family, and you're gonna have this time, and what are you gonna do with it? That, I think, is the biggest threat, because realistically, fingers crossed, we will be fine. In the end of it, we're gonna look back in 12 years and we're gonna be like, that was a bad time, but we survived. However, I want this time for you to be extra memorable, because I want this time for you to change. I want to challenge you to take this time and to grow as a person, because you have so much time. You can start that business you've been thinking of. You can start the YouTube channel. You can start whatever it is that you've been wanting to start. Or you can get a head start on learning. You can learn a skill during this time. You've always wanted to learn HTML. Here is the time. You've always wanted to learn how to use a camera. Here is your time. This is your time. And I know I'm sounding frantic, and I know I've been repeating myself a bit, but this is so important. That's the realization I came to. During these times of strife, of struggle, is when the most change is gonna happen. If you look at 2008, I know it wasn't a pandemic, but it was still an economic downturn. And so many millionaires came out of it. Are you gonna be one of those millionaires that are gonna come out of this next pandemic? Now, I'm not saying hoard masks and sell them for $100 a pop. That is bad business. What I am saying is use this time to be a better person. Use this time to start something bigger than yourself. Because I really want you guys to look back on this time 12 years from now and go, well, that was a shitty time. But that was the moment where I stood up and I started and I did everything that I could to be the man or woman I am today. I took the first steps to become the better version of myself that I knew I could become, but that I didn't have time for. Because now you have all the time and all the potential in the world. Now you're probably thinking, Shoma, are you practicing what you're preaching? Are you gonna use this time to change? Yes. This is gonna be the time where I really buckle down and I figure out who I am, where I want to go. This is gonna be the time where I put in a lot of effort into learning how to be the best damn speaker in front of a camera that you're ever gonna see. This is the time where I'm gonna do a buttload of work on YouTube, because this is something that I've been wanting to do, and so this is the time. The time is now to put in the work so that later on in a year, 2 years time, I can go back to this time and say, this was it. This was the time that I changed. And I'm really hoping I'm using this exact footage 10, 15, 20 years in the future to actually define this moment in my life, to define this pandemic as not something horrible and awful and a thing that's happening to me, but as an opportunity for me to grow as a person and for us to all to grow as a community. So I challenge you, start. Try to become the best version of you that you can possibly be. Start your YouTube channel, start your business, start learning how to code, start learning how to do things in general. Really figure out who you are and where you want to go. And most importantly, subscribe and tell me exactly what you're going to do in the comment section below here. I really want to hear from you guys. I really want to hear what your pandemic resolutions are going to be, what you are going to do today and throughout the rest of this time to become the best you that you can possibly be, because I believe in you and you should believe in yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.